I've never tried it, so I can't
Yeah, well, the first here is second to last. We got four. Thank you. Here to there.
Sunday beer? Mike, soda? Coke or does?
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to Beer Club. This is New York City Beer Week. I don't know if you were aware of that, but we have beer, and we're in New York City, so do it. Today we have with us some of our friends from down the block, same street at the moment. Well, soon to be opening the new brewery tap room over on Richmond Terrace. But it's not open quite yet. Maybe Blaine can tell us a little more about that. Yeah, we all do. But their beer has been killing it, and we really have been enjoying it, drinking their beer here at the Hop Shop. And now we're going to hear all about it. So without further ado, we have Dwayne from Hillsboro.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I was so nervous until everybody showed up. I know most of you, so not as bad, right? You know what I mean? Thank you. I think most of you know who I am. I'm a born and raised Staten Islander. And I think that's exactly why Hillsboro hired me. They needed to sell beer in Staten Island. So I've been drinking in Staten Island for quite a long time. And most of you know the history, but you know, it was started by Sean and a group of guys, clearly, y'all know. And they met the Craft House partners, and then they formed something kind of off the cuff. And I was just very happy to see this thing go from rooter to the tutor. So you know, I was a supporter. I supported, and then eventually, as they grew, they asked me to be the Staten Island sales rep. So I'm very honored. I'm very honored that Michael asked us a little too last minute, but no, I'm just kidding. But yes, thank you, Hop Shop, for having us. And should I get right into it, or ready to taste some beer?
Taste some beer.
All right.
So who's exactly involved with the brewery? Sean?
So you have, of course, Sean Torres. I believe a native Staten Islander. It's funny because I used to live in Port Richmond He is Sean's sister. So I knew Sean's sister light years before I met Sean. And then when the brewery started, she came to one of the anniversary parties. And I was like, hey, what you doing here, Rosemary? She goes, my brother's the brewer. And I was like, who's your brother? She was like, Sean. I'm like, oh. And it's funny because I also knew Vinny's older sister in our Wild Out Club days. And she used to bring Vinny around to get a haircut at 16. So I kind of knew in Karan, me and Karan, our families go back forever. So I'm just so intertwined in these guys' lives. So it's just really dope to see those guys. So Karan, Vinny, Sean, and then we have another partner, Michael, who's been in the food industry for years. He is not the pizza man, but he got that beef. He got that beef. He got that. But yeah, so it's 4 partners, and they're rocking and rolling. We're growing, and we are just trying to impress beer drinkers far, near and far. You know. So hopefully we're doing a good job.
So what is the lowdown on the thing of the...
So,
I was saying it's like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. I see it, I can't get in.
I hate being the sales guy in Staten Island now. If I had a nickel for everybody who asks, I'd be probably paid more than Hillsborough pays me. But no, from what I understand, we're at the point we just need FDOI to approve our kitchen, and that's the last step. So that could take whatever, you know. It could take whatever. Right, and that was mentioned. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but yeah, we'll send wings from Craft House to the terrace. But yeah, so it's to be determined. I'm sorry that I didn't have better news, but good news is that Michael bought a lot of beer. So, how does this work? I just say what beer we're drinking.
Let's start with Snit Happens.
Okay.
Start passing it around now.
This beer is called Snit Happens. Snit. It's not a typo. It is actually, Snit is actually, I don't know, I know a lot of you are way more into beer, or probably into beer longer than I am. But I learned Snit is a type of pour that you can do with a lucre. You know, half liquid, half foam, which is very popular. So it's and if you get to check out the label, there's a funny story behind the label. Take a picture of the label if you can. It's a funny label. Okay, so who wants to hear the label story?
I do.
Take a picture of the label. So the production team went to Staten, Germany to source hops from a German farmer, Hofer something, Hofer something farms in Staten, to source them, right, to make our beer more authentic. And in their journeys, they went to Oktoberfest, part of the journey, which is very nice. I wish I was invited. Vinny, well, I shouldn't have said his name, but he slips in a pub just walking to the bathroom and breaks his ankle. And the day before they're supposed to go to Pilsen to learn how to use a lucre, to be lucre certified. So he's the only one that did not get certified because the hospital requested him not to travel. So if you notice the can art, it's Sean Torres pushing Vinny in a wheelchair. and Kevin and our social media guy. Kevin's our head brewer and our social media guy looking at B-roll on the camera. So the clouds in the sky say, snit happens. Cool little story, I think. It's funny. Because Vinny's cool. Nothing uncool happens with Vinny usually. So this is like a major. But yes, this is, did everybody get to taste it?
Oh yeah, really nice.
Okay, this is a light German lager.
Oh, it's nice.
And of course, it has some of the good ingredients that they went out there to source. Saz hops, Hannah malt, and fermented with heritage Pillsbury yeast. Lagered for 10 weeks.
Wow.
Double decocted. This beer pairs best on a Luker faucet, which I explained what that is. Well, maybe I didn't explain it. Does everybody know what a Luker is?
That's like a gun?
Yes, it's a Czech style side pour faucet, and they do like cool little things with it, like you can get a glass of foam.
But it's tasty foam.
It's tasty. It's very, very tasty foam. So when the brewery opens, we vow to try to emulate that service, that Luker or Kolsch style service. So we're going to be in for a treat when it does open. So I'm sorry, you guys. You picked one at a time. You picked away. Any questions about Snit? Or everybody satisfied with Snit?
Quiet.
Very good. Say it.
You have to do different processes of typing it, or the carbonation, or pouring it.
It's a different PSI.
Higher?
Well, like I said, I got the ingredients. It's 10 weeks.
Mike,
It's 10
it's
weeks.
higher in the line.
Lagers.
Like T3 versus
We got a good amount of lager tanks to be prepared for this lager experience that you're getting. So we, and Kevin Freeman, his name is, our head brewer, comes to us with some very good experience. He came from other half. So I was trying to make Kevin come, but it was kind of last minute, and he realized he had something to do tonight. So it would have been a much better treat for him to be here talking. But I would have liked him to talk, because he loves to talk. He's a homegrown hippie from Brooklyn. But yeah, he's a very, very smart young man, and he's doing his thing over at the brewery. So if you wonder why we are getting, I guess we might be adding to our portfolio of beer. So that's the reason we got a fresh young team. We also have Aaron comes from feedback. So we got some good experience.
It's more like a darker German ale.
And Sean, along with
It's like the Westphalia.
I think we're gonna do some really good, amazing things in the new year. Yeah. So shadow boxing. So shadow boxing is really cool.
Remember the Westphalia?
And it's a play, of course, of a Wu-Tang record, shadow boxing. As most of you know, we had a beer, a reoccurring product called Protect Your Check.
Oh yeah.
So this is kind of the answer. You know what I mean? Like Protect Your Check is a nice Czech Pilsner. This one's a dark Czech lager. So yeah,
Makes sense.
And it should be very, very, very smooth.
Yeah.
Because it has some of those nice German hops, German ingredients. And I'll tell you a little bit more about those German ingredients. Yeah. Did you take it yet? Doing a great job. Thank you. So did everybody tasted the shadow box?
Yes.
Is it good?
Oh, it's amazing.
No joke? I knew you'd like it. You started with a stout, right? You said? So yeah, it's kind of smooth. It's smooth. Very smooth. Brewed with traditional German ingredients, offering a lightly toasted, sweet bread malt character, balanced by a subtle local hop for its clean, crisp finish. A smooth, approachable lager with depth. Everybody felt that? Felt that on your palate? Did you feel it? Did we get it?
You know what hops and malt? Excuse me. What hops and malt?
Shadow boxing, Moravian barley, double decocted Moravian. Bring that out, continental.
Thought I recognized him.
Roast malt. You heard me? Oh, okay. You know, I hate karaoke, so this is very, trust me, this is very hard for me. I said it's featuring Moravian barley, double decocted to bring out that continental malt flavor, malt, roast malt. It says they smash it. Yeah, I don't know who wrote this shit, but it was really funny. But everybody, is it smashing? It's smashing. Are you smashing it? Alright. So we ready to move to the next, or we got any questions about that? And Shadow Boxing has a cool label, but they have it on draft tonight. You know, of course, it's a brewer. It's a brewer. The can looks like a brewer holding up the Wu-Tang W. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. We don't want to get sued. We don't want to get sued. It might be the RZA, it might not be.
I know where Redman lives.
How you feel about it? Okay. All right. I'll give you a second to palate that.
I gave him
How close? Right, it's a trend. So right. And everybody's. I don't know. Maybe should I share this conversation with the group? So, Michael asked me what happened to our sour series. You know. Yeah. Oh my God. That's what really attracted me to craft beer. When Craft House, before Killsboro, Craft House had a tap takeover, and Grimm did, you know, like several beers. And once I tasted their Rubus Rebus, I was like, what is this? And I kept drinking it, and people were like, you like that? I was like, yo, this is mad good. I was just infatuated with sours ever since. And then Craft House, Killsboro, when I started tasting their sour beers, I was like, oh, this is dope, you know, dope. And then, you know, then becoming the salesperson, several people asked me, hey, are you gonna ever come out with Hype Man, a cream ale that we once had? And I was like, I don't know, I'll ask the team. And I don't know. Vinny goes, and I don't care if he gets mad if I share this, but I don't think it's bad. I said, yo, why we don't make Hype Man anymore? He goes, we made Hype Man because we didn't know how to make lagers. I was like, oh, okay, So this is why we're on a lager run. We're trying to really keep up with the trend of New York City. We're trying to, I guess it's almost trying to gain respect for how the trend is going, The sours, we got a lot of flack for having milk sugar. Being a vegan is a thing. People kind of gave us feedback. So we try to ease up, but I did see a gimme on the schedule for this year. We're not gonna reinvent the wheel, but we will definitely try to do our best interpretation of it. And I'm very confident we'll hit it. So I think you'll be happy.
Do you guys still do what was it? Blueberry and James?
Plain Janes? Yes.
Those are really good.
The Plain Jane series they're good because there's no milk sugar in those. Those are kettle sours. So yeah, Plain Jane. We did the Plain Janes. You might still catch some out in the wild. Blackberry, and I think Blackberry is the latest one we put out recently. So yeah, hit your bottle shop, your favorite bottle shop, and look to see if there's any more Plain Jane Blackberry. If you're into sours, those are really cool. Are we ready to move on to the next beer? Yeah? Okay. Cool. So the next beer is Living Embers. And this one is a Vienna style lager.
Very nice.
Yes, very smooth. Brewed with traditional German ingredients, offering a lightly toasted sweetbread malt character, balanced by subtle noble hops for a clean, crisp finish. A smooth, approachable Vienna style lager. What'd you say? Okay. How'd that feel?
Malty. Good malty.
Good malty. Nice. How you feel about it? Beekeeper, how do you feel? It's not it. He says it's not as good as my honey. Any questions about Living Embers? I mean, Living Embers.
What? I like the name.
You like the name?
Where'd it come from?
That is a great question that they didn't put in my notes. Maybe because of the color. I would assume it's the color because it's very bright amber, like a bright, like a fire. I feel that looks, if you see the can, we have a man with a flaming head. Yeah, so it's, maybe it looks like fire. And by the way, do you know who has been the local artist designing our cans? Does anybody know?
No.
Does anyone know Lauren Grampy? She is a Staten Island young woman, lady. She's done the artwork for probably the last 10 or 11 cans of our lagers.
Wow.
Lauren Grampy. And you can find her on Instagram, Lauren Grampy, and she does something really cool. She will post the can art and then explain how it came about. Yo, it's really cool. She's such a fascinating person. Yeah, she's on Instagram, Lauren Grampy. Yep, G8, yep. Grampy, yep. It's probably somebody's grandpa's name, Grampy. She's really cool, and she explains, you know, I guess the background that they come up with, the artwork that they come up with. But she's been knocking it out the park. Yeah, so artwork is really cool. And it's local. Local. Okay. I want to say, well, like someone said, living embers, we've done that a couple times. And I think it's a fall thing. We look to drop those, like a fallish, you know, getting a little colder type of beer. So that every time we've done them, it's been like toward the end of the year. That's usually the trend. And I think it did well for us last time. So yeah, we look back after release and see what, you know, the consumers responded to well, and then next year we'll go, okay, they responded well to this last year, so let's give it another shot. I think that's really how the team, yeah, we fill it out and see what we've done, you know, along with try to release some newer products. So yeah, it's been a ride trying to sell this. Oh, I just drank it. Go buy it. But yeah, it's been fun. And who knew I've been practicing all my life? Well, I'm good at drinking. You know. Any other questions about living embers?
What was the inspiration for Living Embers?
You know, I think the inspiration for all our products are just we didn't want to be a one-trick pony. You know what I mean? Like we didn't want to just be good at one thing. And I think in the beginning, in my opinion, I think Hillsboro was really good at IPAs and sours. I think we would, you know, and so I think we just wanted to push the envelope for ourselves, you know, and show that we can hang with the best of them, you know. But in my mind, I have no doubt in my mind, at any stage, if we were geographically accepted by everybody else, we would definitely be in the conversation a little more often. But you know, Staten Island, we get you know, the short straw. So I guess we just trying to really show that we're worthy of being in the conversation. So you know, we didn't want to be a one-trick pony. So yeah, like I said, just I hope y'all enjoy what we are trying to do. But this new tap room will be, I think, the latest wow for Staten Island. You know what I mean? Like, we need more things to do out there for real. So hopefully we can just add to the experience of Staten Island. Okay, I see they are ready to pour Matte Black. Matte Black, yes?
I don't know. I mean, I literally love your sours. Sours are one of my favorite beers because the first time I ever came across sours was when Flagman had like just opened. They used to have like that little area of books, and they had a book by a guy named Michael Jackson. It was like beers of the world, and the one beer I really wanted to try was the German beer called Goza, and I finally got to try that, and I really like the Goza beer. Have you guys done Goza?
To my knowledge, I don't think we've done a goze, however you say it.
A Goza. Like Goza
Right,
the Barbarian.
right.
Goza the Barbarian.
Right, I don't think we've done a goze, so technically, but no, I think we've done a lot of desserted sours, and we've done the Weisses, the Plain Jane series. And then the tart series.
One of the first Guinea Guineas I ever tried was the Guinea Guinea pineapple. That was amazing.
Nice. Glad you like it. I think that's coming this year. Gimme pineapple mango. I believe Pineapple Mango might be slated to release this year. I'm very excited. Okay, so Matt Black is our black IPA. How you feel about it? You like it? Somebody said they like it. Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more. Okay. Okay. It says, so it's 7.5 ABV. So far, the highest one on this tasting list. Roasted malt flavors of coffee, dark chocolate, with bold, piney, citrus, hot bitterness, dark in appearance and crisp, hoppy finish that surprises the palate. Did it surprise your palate?
A little bit.
A little bit? Right. Okay. Okay.
And it's a good thing. I feel like if I have quite a lot
This is their dark IPA.
Okay. Nice. Great feedback. Great feedback. Thank you, Miss Lauren. Anybody? Yeah, and Matt Black is it's a re-release. We've done this, I believe, 2 other times. Correct if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, Union Rep. Yeah, we've done this a couple times. We might have just changed the label once, but Lauren Gramby, she's done this latest label, and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
When you're going up to sell a black IPA, the reaction kind of pretty violent. It's kind of like a style.
You know, right? It's a little style, and it's funny. The reaction is always, oh wow, that's better than I expected. People haven't seen it in a while, so we're kind of reintroducing it to a lot of people. So I'm glad we kind of nailed it from what the reaction says. So yeah, it's a good experience, and you know, every once in a while we're gonna try to surprise people. We did really well at opening bash with Matt Black. So there was a lot of beer snobs who we kicked the keg, which we didn't kick. We wouldn't think it would kick in such an environment. So we kicked all of the kegs, but we didn't expect to kick Matt Black. And he's, you know, the snobbiest of the snobby.
There's not a lot of these out in the market, right? You see these, I've been doing it 6 years. You see these like once a month.
Right. So
they barely call them black IPAs anymore.
right. They'll try to
Cascading and dark.
that part. So yeah. So we were very, very surprised. But of course we had faith in our product, and it was received well last year or 2 years ago. So that's why we brought it back. Yeah, so I'm glad you enjoy it. Any questions about Black IPA? You can still find some out in the wild at your favorite bottle shop.
You guys also came up with some excellent brews from the cask anniversary over at
Strong Row.
Which cast anniversary, right? Cast?
Yeah, you guys had a couple of I can't remember the names offhand.
Right.
So,
Did you go?
That bad me, but
That was this year? That
was like 3
few
weeks
months ago, right?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Okay, at Strong Row, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I didn't attend, so I'm a little jealous. I didn't get to taste what was in that cast. They made me bring the empty tank home.
Of course they did.
I had to go pick it up from.
This is the empty for you.
Right. They were like, oh, you're going back to Staten Island, right? So here, take this empty cask. back to Staten Island. I'm like, okay, great. You didn't want to pay the toll. So okay, so you make it me do it. So funny.
Did you guys do the other Cast Fest at Blue Point?
I don't recall.
I didn't get to go.
What was that?
Also like 2 months ago.
Oh, I don't think we did both. I think I definitely remember the conversation of Stronghold. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know what we do? Now that I see the Method Madness, you know, Sean and Vinny, growing up, growing the brand, they love organic relationships. You know what I mean? So we canoodle with the breweries that, you know, showed love or interest early. And so we just try to, you know, nurture those relationships. So, you know, who we collab with or people who extended a hand or extended advice or, you know what I mean? So everything, I think we try to grow the whole brand organically. You know, Sean and Vinny met at Brew for Autism, which is coming up. Sean and Vinny met at Brew for Autism. Vinny and Karan being Craft House tasted, I guess, whatever was available there. Sean and the team he had at that point had some things that interest Vinny, which Vinny wasn't even really a beer drinker like that. And he said, yo, I really like this. He says, hey, let's get together and talk about one day going commercial. And Sean agreed, they exchanged numbers. I think they said they talked 1 week every day for the next year, and then came up with Killsboro. So that's how it kind of just organically, you know what I mean? Like nothing's forced, nobody got a gun to their head to sign a contract. It was just like organic conversation. Then it turned, and then they found an investor, and then Killsboro started. And then of course, you know, whatever, here we are now, almost 7 years later. So, and then they found me organically occupying space at Craft House. I think they hired me to get out of the seat. They said, no, you gotta sell beer out of Craft House. Stay away. They're paying me to stay away from Craft House. But yeah, so yeah, that's really how it happened. So it's just organic. We try to just grassroots grow, and what feels good, we try to move in that direction. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. Any other questions?
Island vibes.
Yes, Island Vibes. Island Vibes, which is our core beer, and they have spanked my hand with a ruler to only sell Island Vibes and Pilsner. They said, Dwayne, you're in Staten Island. Specialty beer, leave the specialty samples alone. So yes, I am bound to Island Vibes. It's not a bad thing. Especially because it's the first IPA that I was attracted to. You know, those West Coast style beers gave everybody, like, it to me is a super acquired taste. I never liked the West Coast style. So IPAs, it made me nauseous. Legit. People talked about Henny Topper. When I finally tasted Henny Topper, I was like, how could you do this twice? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like it. It's too damp. So I'm not an IPA guy. So, and this is the first IPA, legit, that I can really like, oh wow, this does not feel like IPA.
No, don't have to tell
Thanks to the citrus character.
Thank you.
Everybody agree? Yeah, and then now in my 2 years of selling it, you know, I ran across a lot of people who say, oh, I don't like IPAs, I don't like IPAs. And I'm like, hold on a second, taste this. Or I will say, what beers do you like? And they say, oh, I like Blue Moon, I like this, I like that. I'm like, okay, taste this. Give them a little shot of Island Vibes. And then they'll go, oh, this is good. What is this? And I'll be like, it's an IPA. Don't limit your palate. You know what I mean? Don't limit your palate. Your brain is limiting your palate, you know, by telling yourself what you don't like. You don't know what you're ready for or what the next beer could open up your palate for next. You know what I mean? I feel like your palate it has bigger limits than your thoughts or your brain, you know? But do you like it?
Yeah.
Do you like it? Do you love it? No. I hope you love it. It's doing well for me in Staten Island, so I'm very, very thankful to everybody who consumes Island Vibes. You can catch it at your favorite local eatery, notable eatery in Staten Island. And do we need to describe the hops, or you want me to?
Yes.
Okay. Let me go to my notes. What? Okay, it's 7.1%. FYI. Heavily oated with flaked and malt, with some malted white wheat. Idaho 007. Ooh, right? From the farm that piloted the hop variable in the whirlpool and dry hop. Ooh. Ooh. It adds a dank weed pineapple note. Layered in the dry hop is late harvest Oregon Citra from Coleman Farms. It imparts high impact hop flavor of the lychees from a jar, canned peaches, tropical fruit, along with Centennial from Crosby Farms Estate. Pine, lemon, and citrusy. Y'all feel like that? Y'all feel all that? It's so good. The beer is dry with low residual sugar, but the malt tricks the palate to think it has a lot of residual sugar. Gotcha. How you feel about it?
Nice, always.
Awesome. Gotcha. Good. Any questions? Oh, any more? I think everybody's familiar with Island Vibes, right?
Yep.
I think we started brewing it in 2020.
Wow.
2020. And of course, this is the end result. We've been tweaking it over the years. So all you original Island Vibes drinkers probably remember it used to be a lot of sediment in it.
Yeah.
And I was kind of mad. Not mad, but like, yo, what's happening to Island Vibes? It used to be like, you know, like my grandma on Kool-Aid. A lot of shit floating. Yeah, better not taste different. but you know, Kevin comes from other half, so that's what he did for 2.5 years, is brew IPAs. So he's helped us a great deal with his relationships in the industry to get, you know, sourcing better ingredients and you know, just tweaking what we have, and I think he's doing a great job. And like I said, one day I hope in the near future most of you can get to meet him. You know what I'm saying? That'll be cool. But most of you who know me know you could come and hit me up or come by the brewery and get a tour. I mean, no. I did a private tour. Private. No, you can't. the city is not letting us eat up the oven just yet. Yeah, they kind of want to, you know, you sell a nickel bag in Central Park, they want it. But yeah, I kind of, like I said, this job it's not even a job, it's a dream come true. I did social drinking, like I told you, for a lot of my life. And this is easy. This is a real easy job. I'm so happy. So drink more and make my job easier.
Don't have to ask me twice.
Huh?
So you don't have to ask me twice.
Good. Thank you. Anything else? Anything else somebody want to know? Or
Still gonna do the pizza. Like after the pizza one.
so the pizza party. We plan to do pizza party every year. I feel like that's our thing. We did see a growth in ticket sales the last year. Like I was telling Juan, last year's ticket sales actually exceeded 500. The other years, I think it was around 300. So we were happy to see that bump in interest. So yeah, pizza party will be a goal. Maybe some, you know, of course, every year we try to see what went wrong and make it better. Because of course we want to make it the best experience. Because this is Staten Island again. We try to create atmospheres for people to come to and enjoy, like they can in other boroughs. So yeah, Ferry Hawk Stadium. So I don't know why I'm holding the microphone like that. I felt cool, like a rapper. So Ferry Hawks, one of the fourth partner, he is a donor to Northwell Health.
Oh.
He's one of those guys. So he, because of his contributions, he worked the deal that we have a presence in the park. So that worked out really cool. And yeah, I just wish they didn't charge
$18 a pop.
3 times as much for a beer everybody can get up the block. No, that wasn't that was Ferry Hawks. Ferry Hawks spearheaded that. They spearheaded that. When was that, like a June? Was it October? Okay. Oh yeah, they did a little Oktoberfest thing. And if more people showed up than they expected, so they might do that again. As far as our tent that we had behind third base, I'm not sure. I think it's time to renegotiate the contract. So I don't know, maybe we might have a better presence there. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet, but those things are to be determined. Yeah, no, that's wild, and I understand what it is. It's the company that holds the liquor license, and then there's the Ferry Hawks. So I think they're both trying to, earn the same profit on this one product.
Legends Hospitality.
I
know. I deal with them in Yankee Stadium. It's obscene.
But even if they were the Yankees, it would be understandable. Like you go to see a championship team, but we're talking about a bunch of people who play baseball that we don't know.
I sell them 19s at 80 cents a bag. They sell for 16.
8 or 9 spectators.
Right.
If we may take a moment right now, thank you all for coming. Sorry to run away from it, but it is a very special birthday today for Robin. Robin's birthday. And she's here with all of us, I don't know why, on her birthday. All right, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
and you made it real easy to give it to me. Happy birthday from Gilbert. But again, thank you, Hop Shop, for picking us to talk to the club. And like I said, we're trying to do our best to represent Staten Island the best we can. Yes, sir.
I heard that the Staten Island Ferry is going to start having food on the boats again. And I don't know when it's happening. It's a big rumor, but I really think...
It's Sol's hospitality.
It's no longer a rumor. There's a Dunkin' Donuts. There's a Dunkin' Donuts on the ferry.
Oh, dang.
And to my knowledge...
I was going to say, yo, you guys got to get on that.
How about this? To my knowledge, so far there's no alcoholic beverages.
I got you, don't worry.
But it's
2 months.
But the guy from that owns the River Dock Cafe has the contract for the Dunkin' Donuts on the ferry. So he at some point will make a case to serve alcoholic beverages, because I believe the ferry gets a percentage of the revenue. So he will make a case. Let's make more money at some point. So hopefully, no doubt. And so hopefully in the near future.
We gotta get the drunks off the boat.
No, listen. I'm even trying to get the beer in the the South Side Ferry.
Yeah.
I mean the Manhattan Side Ferry.
Yeah.
I would love for Staten Islanders to come and get an island vibes and then ride the boat home on a Friday,
I missed
drinking
the
the island
restaurant that was
vibes.
there. I missed the restaurant that was there that had the beer. There was that restaurant that had the beer there.
River Dock. River Dock has
No,
the
in the
beer.
Manhattan side.
Brass tap.
Brass tap.
Oh, short-lived. It's very short-lived. Nobody's coming to the ferry to hang out. Yeah, the only the unfortunate will hang out at the ferry. You know what I mean? Staten Islanders are just leaving and coming back. Right? And tourists. And thank God Century 21's closed, so they actually stay in Staten Island and shop at the Gap or Nike. Thank God. All right, so I'm gonna give the mic to. It's been great, and like I said, I'm not great at public speaking. But thank you. I appreciate
it. Thank you all for coming out. We have a couple things we want to talk about. Saturday, March 8th. It's a bus trip in the Hudson Valley Hoopla, and this time around they will be going to Sloop Brewing. Everybody knows that brewery. Treasury Cider and Pillow and Oats Brewing. Tickets still available. Tickets are still available. $60. 10 a.m. on Saturday, March 8th. If you haven't got the ticket, and you're interested in going, it's a nice time. You don't have to drive, sit on a bus, take you around everywhere.
And if you buy a Brew for Autism ticket and a bus tour ticket, save $10 on gold tickets.
Save $10 if you buy 10 on each. Oh, wow. Yeah, really, discounts and savings. So the next thing that I'll announce, in case you don't know about it, is Brew for Autism coming up. That's how Phil Boro started. Right. Pat, Phil, and Sean. So this is a great event. Proceeds go to charities, local charities on Staten Island. And it's a really great event if you haven't been to it. And I suggest that you give it a shot. It's local enough in Stone Harbor. And if you get a ticket to this and the bus tour, you can get a real big discount. $100 a bowl. There you go. What else? I appreciate you all coming down. Next month, I think we have a brewery, but it's not, I guess, 100%. Is it? Yeah? All right, so next month we have KCBC. We had once before, but during the pandemic, outside in the rainstorm. So we can do that. Minus the rain.
Oh, we're not gonna do it outside?
No, we're not going to do it outside. Minus the rain, minus the water running down with the electrical wires and the water. So
I
we're
remember
gonna
that.
try to
I
do
filmed
this.
it.
It is exciting for the one holding the microphone, for sure. But KCBC also has some great stuff. Their can art is also really cool. A lot of pop culture references and whatnot. So that will be the last Thursday of March, whatever I think that is, 27th maybe. Anyway, thank you all for coming, and I hope to see you next month.
I'll go check with Boro. Oh, and I'll also
I feel like it would be something racially charged.
What happened?
Yeah.
Okay, so earlier on. Okay. It's not one of those things that you actually. That's more about where I'm. That's like my house.
Bill? Jamie,
You know what's funny? Now he's still in Mars. He moved to the West Coast. He's selling hots now instead of beer, so I think
Everybody's gonna want their check.